What is going on, peeps? All right, let's talk about Vietnam. Again, still, there's some, I told people I was going to start looking into different ways to invest into Vietnam personally for myself, and I would still share the information with you, and I'll explain why. So we'll go over a couple of things here in a second, but let's start off with a disclaimer. I'm not an attorney, a tax advisor, nor a financial advisor. Please consult with real professionals. The following is my opinion and my opinion only based on my own research. I will share the information I find with you, and then I will encourage you to read it or listen to it and then inform your own opinion from that information. Okay, let's just get that out there. All right, so look, in case you guys didn't know this, I do have a Facebook group that's the same name as my YouTube channel, Pimpy's Investment Chat. I will leave a link to this group in the description. It is free to come join, so I encourage everybody to come here and join us. In here, we talk about all kinds of different subjects: the dinar, the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnam dong, the Zim dollar, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, other investment opportunities, and it's free 99. That's how much it costs to come in here. It's free. All right, so I encourage you guys to come join us. Again, just follow the link and come in here. If you have questions, post your questions. There are a lot of knowledgeable people in here who share their information. Okay, having said that, let's take a quick look at the markets. Okay, so it's taking a shellacking again. I think that still has to do more with what's going on with the oils. Okay, but cryptocurrencies seem to be making a slight move up. It's not big, it's not major, but it's still moving up. It's all in the green. We like a green. Okay, so let's get into Vietnam. Viet freaking Nam, man. Name that movie. Okay, so here's again the what's going on with Vietnam is not the same situation as what's going on in Iraq. What we're looking for when it comes to Vietnam, since this currency is recognized internationally and you can actually buy it at a bank, we're looking for growth opportunities. Anything that helps expand the economy, makes it stronger, makes it better. And so far, what we've been able to learn in the first quarter in Vietnam is despite the coronavirus, despite the Wuhan virus, despite them, Vietnam is still seeing growth. This is good. This is big. This is why I think Vietnam is going to be the place to invest in, along with the other South China Sea countries. So not just Vietnam, but Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, the Philippines, Singapore, those type of places I am eyeballing because they are all benefiting from the fact that first the China-United States trade war, they're benefiting from that. But now the fact that the whole world is turning on China, and I see more reports of that today. As a matter of fact, now there's people in the United States that got the green light to sue China for war reparations for the coronavirus. Yep. That's now a thing because it isn't just this country. There's other ones. This is considered a biological attack. Very interesting. So countries are pulling out their businesses out of China and they are taking them to places like Vietnam, which is another reason why you want to go ahead and invest into Vietnam if you can. And I'm going to explain to you how you could do that. 5 key farm commodities achieved double-digit growth in March exports. All right, so this is, again, good. This is what we look for. We want growth. Record highs. We've seen that on our stock markets. They're seeing record high stock numbers over in Vietnam. This is nice. Okay, so 5 out of the 8 key farming commodities resume impressive exports with a double-digit growth in March against the previous month, despite the coronavirus pandemic, said the General Department of Customs. Those 5 farming products include vegetables, cashews, peppers, rice, and cassava. Oh, yeah, the fruit. My bad. I was like, stop thinking alcohol. Stop thinking alcohol. I was like, Cavassier? That's not what that is. So in March, cashew nuts had the highest export growth rate with 68.4% in volume, which was 43,944 tons, and 67% in value. So $309 million compared to the previous month. So following the Cavassier, I'm just teasing. Okay. With an increase of 47.4% in volume, 63.6% in value, up 332,727 tons. So they made $116 million compared to this time last month. Okay, so this is good. These are the types of things I look for. When I come in here and I look at the economy of what's going on with Vietnam, I'm constantly looking for these types of growth numbers. We see these all the time now. As a matter of fact, they have consistently been a country of growth for the past 16 years. And they are just now getting ready to start peaking. And what I mean by that is they are getting ready to see an economical boom, in my opinion, over the next 5, 10, 15 years. I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking mutual funds. That's what I was looking for. We'll get into that later on. So here's Invest in Vietnam 2020 for these 6 reasons. Vietnam has had rapid development in the country's economy and is expected to overtake many Southeast Asian countries in the years to come. When it comes to investing in Vietnam, from the early 1990s up until now, Vietnam has brought in a strong inflow of foreign investments, with average GDP growth surpassing 7%. So this is averaging, means they have a GDP that's above 7. You know, here in the United States, we get happy if we hit 3%, all right? That has been our goal now for quite a while. Under Obama, we never saw 3%. Under Trump, we're having a hard time getting there again. So, you know, with a GDP, we're happy with 3%. Vietnam averages 7% GDP. This is great. Apart from the country's beautiful scenery and amazing beaches, which draw in all investors from foreign investments, are numerous business opportunities, abundant resources, inexpensive workforce, strategic locations to China, and favorable business environment. So these are all the reasons that they're giving us, and this will be quick. Vietnam is the 14th largest country by population with 95 million people. By 2030, they're anticipating to grow up to 105 million. The cost of the labor has been increasing in China significantly. The huge population of Vietnam provides a cheaper alternative workforce, with greater skill sets. Okay, well, that's not going to be the case for much longer. The reason why China and Vietnam have been able to get away with the cheaper workforce is the fact that they've been able to manipulate their currency. And by doing that, causing the labor costs to be much cheaper. World Bank, prospering economy. The World Bank concluded that Vietnam is one of the fastest growing economies in the world with an average growth rate of 6.46. This also puts Vietnam in 3rd place of the largest economies in this Southeast Asia. So look, if they're averaging this is some great returns on mutual funds. Okay, it's a strategic location right next to Vietnam. China is what they're talking about. So if you want to do business, supportive government policy. So in other words, they're giving you tax credits and tax incentives for bringing your business there. Favorable trade agreements that they're talking about Vietnam has with other countries, okay? And so they have a progressive infrastructure, which we talked about that. There is a ton of real estate development that's taking place. These people are looking for much bigger office spaces than before. Okay, look right here. Here is a company called, I believe it's called Kendo. Our business is a consulting firm in Vietnam, provides you the business solutions, including investing and starting a company. For those of you who want to start a company, here you go. Okay. I would be looking something more towards a mutual fund and ETF. So this is why I came over to this one right here. I thought you guys might be interested in this. So Vietnam is the best and only, VNM, I should say, is the best and only Vietnam ETF. Okay, for those of you looking for a way to invest in Vietnam here in the United States, let's talk about this. Vietnam has undergone dramatic shifts in recent decades. As the country evolves from a command economy to a market economy, now investors are looking towards this emerging market as an area for potential investment, particularly in Vietnam exports begin to figure into the global economy. And they are. We talked about this. They're now members of the World Trade Organization and are pushing to be part, or let me reword that. They're going through the process of being part of the World Trade Organization at the current moment. Okay, so anyways, we alert our readers that Vietnam is very different from most of the ETF universes, where investors often can choose from among a large number of ETFs that are focused on a single section or sector or region. Not so with Vietnam. For the time being, the best and only Vietnam-focused ETF is VanEck Vector's Vietnam ETF. So this may make a selection relatively straightforward for investors. Okay, so this ETF covers a lot of different fields, by the way, and I'll get over that. I'll show you that in a second. But here's their performance over a year. They've had a 6% return, which is not too bad. Their expected ratio is 0.68%. Annual dividends paid out are 79%. 0.79%. I gotta look into this. 79% is really high, man. That's pretty good. Okay, so anyways, go down here. You can see the different sections are, I should say, the different industries that this ETF covers. This is good. I like this. Okay, so it covers real estate development, real estate investors and operations, commercial banks, dairy product manufacturer and distribution, real estate investment again, circuit board manufacturers, camera modules, real estate investment again, garment manufacturing, medical supplies. Okay, so you can see these are all the different areas that they are invested in this ETF. I'm going to leave a link here for those of you looking to invest into the ETF in Vietnam. This is something that I have inquired about myself personally. This is something I'm interested in putting together. This, even with what's going on with this crash around the world, even with the coronavirus, Vietnam has been phased very little by what's going on with the coronavirus. I think this is something you guys should look into. It's just my opinion. Refer back to the disclaimer, all right? As usual, I will leave a link to all these different areas so you guys could come and read and check out for yourself. But this is something I would highly recommend. This is what I'm looking for, a way to invest in Vietnam besides the currency, okay? It's just something that I want long term. I think over the next 5, 10, 15 years, Vietnam is going to be one of the biggest places to be invested into, okay? So hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, but leave a comment. What do you guys think about investing into an ETF in Vietnam? Right now, I think it's a good time. It's getting ready to explode. Think about how people are pulling out of China around the world. They're going to start coming into Vietnam. Vietnam is getting ready to be part of the World Trade Organization. In addition to that, they are expanding internationally at a very, very fast rate. And Trump and the United States are making sure this happens. So let me know what you think, all right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.